Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Last night was a revolution night. We're pretty much well off our route. So I've now subscribed to I bought the OS Maps app, the Komoot app, and the book, the Land's End end-to-end route map book. And I've sat this morning since about 6 o'clock planning the route, and I think we're good, although we'll have to see with Michelle whether we can get from here to Livingston on our own map without ending up to our necks in mud. This is where we camped last night. There's it's the gas coming out of the airbed, not me. Sure. Say hello through the net, hello. Michelle. It's a national park. It's a parkway. I can't remember the name.
Country Park.
Beescraft Country Park, and we're sort of on the no man's land between. Sorry, I've got these beads here, but between the farm fence and the park fence. So we're in a sort of no man's land area, which suited us. And I did have this morning, because the sun came out. I had really good reception here. I'll just stand it up again on, if I can get it to stay up, on the solar panel. So we were getting somewhere in the region, well, it's only 1.4 now if you can see it. We were getting 3 when the sun was bright, so we're charging up both of the blocks. Sun's coming out. Let's see what we're getting. We're drawing 1.9, 2.4. So that means it's getting even brighter. So that means our charging blocks are getting charged up, and they're working fantastic, by the way. The Anchor charging blocks, really happy with those. Anyway, I've got to pack up and get ready to set off. Good night. Sorry. Good morning.
And can you trust that you won't blow away in the wind?
Oh, you got electric fence on, have you? Hey, you probably won't come over then, will you? No. Look, there's a cob pony over there. Is that a cob? Hello, Mr. Cobb. You got a jacket on. George West. This is the George West 1924 to 2003. So that's just oh look, they're off. A little run. Beautiful horses. Very.
Like a boot.
Yeah, like a little boot. Maybe he's got some
sore
foot, had some treatment. Looks a little bit lame, doesn't he? On that foot. Keep him warm. Lovely ponies. Beautiful day today. A little cool. I think winter is definitely setting in, but and I'm not even sure what day this is. What day would you say it is, Michelle?
Where are we? So it's 36.
36, is it? Farmers have got some strange vehicles out here. It's like almost a golf buggy. Day 36?
Day 36.
We think it's 36.
Yes.
We have no idea. We've lost all sense of time and direction. It's possibly hard to see from here, but I don't think I've seen... Oh, we'll look after this bush. I don't think I've seen so many horses. G'day.
G'day.
In one field, not for a long time. So let me just see if I can step through here. Check this ground. Look at that field. Gotta be close to 100 horses in there. Very unusual to see so many horses. There's actually sheep in this field and almost as many horses in this field as there are sheep. If you want to pause it and count, but I'd say I'd say there's close to 100 horses there. Interesting. Never seen that many horses in a farmed field before. Apart from in France, of course, where they just got them for meat. What a quick count, and I got over 70, because there are a lot more horses here than just hold my stick, hun. Horses don't like sticks. But oh, they're big fellas as well. Look at them. Hello. Hello. How are you? Eh? He's a big horse. Look at this. Is he a stallion? Gelded. Hello. Not wanting to come up to us. Not necessarily in the best condition, but I'm wondering why so many horses. Interesting. And a bit wary, not, you know, if they were more used to people, they'd come up and want a stroke. So maybe it's a rescue centre? Don't know. I'll try and find out. It's just behind the Eiffel Tower. Look at these guys with the curly horns. Good day. It's a lovely part, isn't it, Michelle? I'm enjoying this walk.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Even though it's a road.
Quiet country lane.
Quiet road, people are polite and mindful. I think actually if we live stream today, I'm likely to call it Scotland Loves Us instead of Scotland Hates Us, because since we arrived this far south from sort of Glasgow to Edinburgh, the people have been so much friendlier. I was going to say nicer, but that'd probably be a bit unfair.
More chatty.
More chatty, more inquisitive, more supportive. Just not diving off into the bushes every time we walk by because of COVID. Not shouting at us, telling us how horrible the tourists are. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody in the Northern Highlands, but it has been our experience. Quite a few people have been really unfriendly and very anti-tourist, but I've had none of that at all since we got down to probably Dremon and below.
Yeah.
G'day. Everybody's been so much friendlier. Look, even the cyclists, that's another one gone by. Just morning. Up north, when bikes went past us, they never even spoke. They just sort of like almost knocked our elbows, didn't they?
Yeah, they weren't so good.
They weren't very mad.
And even the farmer here, there was one who wasn't too happy about us going through his land, but as soon as we got chatting to him, he was fine, he was interested in what we were doing, and he said, oh, it's not a problem, you know, let's just carry on, and told us which way we had to go, so it was all good. And
to be fair, we've had that with some good farmers up north as well, but as you'll know from our...
Get up! Get up!
Hey, excuse me.
I was going to be shitting a bit. I said, go and get my muck sprayer and cover your tent with shit.
Our grander video, or this video, or somewhere along the lines, we've had some pretty bad experiences with farmers and locals. So it's really nice to be in the sort of, would it be the Central Highlands or Lower Highlands? Anyway, it's nice to be here. I feel a lot more welcome, and even the sun's come out to greet us, which helps, doesn't it?
It certainly does, having the sun shining.
Here come the cycle crew. There's what, 5 of them coming up. G'day. How are you? Morning.
Hi there.
G'day. And 2 more in the distance. This is a great cycle road as well. Very few cars. So pretty safe, and plenty of pull-in spots. If you're on a bike, you're only probably maybe 30 seconds to a minute from a pull-in spot as well. So yes, very, and sort of undulating hills, but nothing too stressful. But good day. She didn't want to move over. So this farmer's closed this field in, but on the OS maps it says this is a a public right of way. So we've decided to walk our way through it, because sometimes farmers will close off access to paths that they kind of shouldn't do. And Michelle and I are comfortable around farm animals, so we're quite happy to stroll through here. Cows aren't going to give you any trouble, even cows with calves. If you walk, you know, don't go antagonizing them in any way. So again, this second gate here, we're probably going to have to climb it, but I really don't think the farmer should be locking it, to be honest, because if we don't go down to this road ahead of us, we got a long route around. But those cows, they are mooing as loud as cows could possibly do. So if the farmer's out there at all, he's going to hear us. But not to worry, we didn't drop anything at that fence, did we, Helen? We're not a long way to paved roads again, and there's only sheep in this field. I understand, you know, the previous farmer that we spoke to here, who was nice in the end, he also was stopping us going, wanted to stop us going across his farmyard because of the cows. But it's actually a public right of way. And while I fully understand that farmers try to protect those accesses sometimes, because, you know, city dwellers and the like can be a complete pain in the backside, I think you've got to also know your rights when walking these long distance routes, because if we don't cut through this, we're going to add on not only an extra few miles to our route, but the section that we add on is all along busy traffic roads again, which I just don't want to do. So I'll keep the camera with me just in case we have any altercations, but I'm happy and we're doing no harm at all. A lovely little lodge here at the entrance to this park. Pretty house. So we're now entering what is the Woodland North Wood, the Woodland Trust Scotland. We're right on the very edge of Livingston, I presume, and we're going to head into this town. It's quite a big town. It's almost 8 kilometers across to get to the track that we need to leave here. But while we're in a town this big, we're always going to get up. We're always going to get some stocks, a bit of food, check our water and have a rest. We've done 10 Ks today, this morning. We want to do at least another 15 or so this afternoon. So, and we're feeling good, Michelle?
Feeling good.
Feeling good. Feeling good. Yeah, nice park. Not for me, not for us. Why drive when you can walk wherever you're going? Oh, the sound of cars, not nice. But that must be a motorway, is it?
I think so.
Looks like a motorway, at least a dual carriageway of size. But look, this beautiful park that we're next to. So the noise of all those cars and this tranquility slightly spoiled by road noise just behind it. Now I should add that Michelle and I are walking a different way than most end-to-enders would walk. Just hold that a minute, Michelle. I'm dry, I can tell. Stumbling my words. Yes, most end-to-enders don't walk through Livingston, but because we made some mistakes a day or so back, we're coming a different route. We're coming at it from a different angle. This section would be Linlithgow to West Linton, which is quite a big walk. And we could still do it today, potentially. We might not though. We're still not fully doing the 30+K walks. But yes, we're going through Livingston, right through the heart of Livingston. Nobody else seems to do this way, but Michelle and I are forced to do it, and this is going to be our stop. This will be our pit stop for our lunch. A nice brew. It's a beautiful day. I think this town looks quite pretty, so there should be plenty of places to sit and have a bit of a respite. Oh lordy, look over there. That is Livingston. We're not even in it yet. We're on the suburbs. But it's always funny when you think, it's my chest talking to me, that you think that we've got to get right over the mountains over the other side of this town, and at some point today we'll be over there looking back this way, maybe, or at least close to over there. Anyway, some handy dandy park benches, so I think we might sit.
30 meters, go straight and continue on hiking path.
Let's up that hill now.
Shall
I get rid of the rubbish?
Yeah, let's do. We carry our rubbish every day until we find a bin. Never leave anything out in the wilderness. What's up there? Look, see up there, there's people stood.
In 15 meters, continue straight.
So we've got a choice here. We've got gravel road right, gravel road left. But our road is right through the middle, which is fine. Nice soft grass to walk on. Sticks come back out. Deploy sticks. Getting used to this stick now. Even quite like it. How about you, Michelle?
Yeah, I like it. I don't know whether I'd need two all the time, but
no.
I think we can share the two bits.
Well, it's really proven most useful when you're going across boggy ground. For this, it's just almost a little bit irrelevant. But when you're trying to find out whether you're going to sink up to your knees, that's when the sticks have come in useful, or the hiking poles. So you get to go through all the colourful neighbourhoods before you get to the city. We've got a long walk through this city. Hello, little fella. So I'm not sure how far. Take the next right. So the guy that saw us in the park earlier on was sort of, where on earth do you think you're walking to? Hello. Walking all the way to the shops from where we were. He said, "Oh, it'll take you a couple of hours." Right down here, Michelle.
Follow the man.
It's not often we'll do this, but we're completely trusting the GPS to take us through this town. It's not well, it is a GPS, but it's a commute GPS. But actually, it's a route I planned. So
follow this way for 300 meters.
The software itself just tells you the path you've planned.
Let's hope you planned it well.
Of course I have. I'm starting to presume that Livingston might be actually a city rather than a town. You'll have to check it out for me. But it's bigger than we thought. And it's not a lot of fun, really, walking through a city centre or a big town centre. It's interesting though. Interesting to see the estates and the people, the kids. But ordinarily, when you walk on this route, the route that we're trying to establish for ourselves now,
This way for 250 meters.
you will find that you don't go into the big towns. That's what we hope anyway. So now we've got to the co-op, and it's a one in, one out system. So, what has the world come to? And so we leave Livingston, I presume, in a similar way to that we arrived. through dozens of little housing estates, local schools, small shops. The only stop we didn't film really was the big shopping arcade where we stopped to pick up some toilet paper.
This way for 120 meters.
I will. Toilet paper, and was a massive Asda, one of the very big ones, Super Asda. And there were 2 packs of toilet roll left because apparently there's a run on toilet paper again. I can't believe it. And finally, as we leave the very large town of Livingston, I presume, we're back on forest pathways. It's amazing how quickly you leave the town behind. Now this path has been pretty good, apart from obviously a lot of bikes have come down here and really muddied up the pathways. And normally I'm a big fan of bikes, but right now they've really made a mess. Mind you, I don't reckon they'd be going down here, do you?
No.
Ah, it's a shame that we've got to.
Oh, what have we got to get at the other side?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all right. It's only stones down, stepping stones down. Lucky we got these sticks though. I'm kind of liking them. It's a sort of staircase, but not really. I'm going to put this down and watch you down, I think, because it's pretty slippy and we've got to get up that other side.
I know, it's the other side of me.
Camera off. Look at these steps. They are huge steps. Oh,
Huge steps.
too much, aren't they? Just what you need with a backpack on.
I can see why people have gone up the side.
This has been one epic day, Michelle.
Sure has.
Really great walking day today. And
We're on the right path.
we're definitely, I've got my map working. I've got the next 4 sections planned out very carefully, including today. And yeah, we've done a big walk today.
We did. We had to cut through one field, but that was on the map. It was on the path.
Yeah. Was it this morning we had the dodge? No, it was the day before with the bad
Oh yeah, that was the
bog.
Now yesterday, today was just a field of cows and a field of sheep.
Yes. A little bit of a dodgy cut through a farmer's field.
It was the right way.
We say it was.
The
And-
OS map says it was.
The OS map says, OS Maps Ordnance Survey in the UK, that's the sort of government plot. And if you see up ahead of us, these hills here, we're going over this hill, and that'll be, we're probably going to stop somewhere up there, or maybe on the way up today. We'll just let this car go by. So this road that we're on now completely ends. It just comes to an end up here, so we believe, and then you start climbing up the moorland. And I'm hoping there's a little bit of a pathway, you know, from hikers over the time. We'll see. Earlier today, that you think that we've got to get right over the mountains over the other side of this town. We were right over the top of those mountains, beyond those mountains, when I looked down on the city of Livingston, I presume, and I said, it's amazing that we'll be over here on these mountains today, because it looked such a long way away. So it just goes to prove, one foot in front of the other, and with that, you can
make it.
climb mountains. And we got sticks now as well. They've been handy. Another fence that's locked. I say it's locked. Yes, it is locked. So we've got to cross it again. So begins our off-grid section. So I've got a map, but a very basic map of these moorlands. We've got to make our way across them. Hopefully.
Your grid segment follow the map for 11.4 kilometres.
11.4 kilometres. There's a sort of pathway, maybe, but there's also several sort of pathways. So I'm going to have to pay attention. You guys will have to clear off till we get up there. That's beautiful up here, but we're in some pretty dense foliage now. I think we might have come a little, I think we're heading for that little post up there, Michelle. So that's where we're heading. Up the hill, Bill. I think because we've come off to this little copse here, we've come a little bit off our track, so we can get back on it. It's not boggy, it's just very deep grass. And I think just watch this edge here. There should be a cairn. A cairn is a little sort of group of stones. It's possibly over where those sheep are, or maybe in amongst that gorse there. Anyway, this looks a bit more like a path of sorts. I'm pretty sure that is where we should be heading. And actually, there's a path of sorts just appearing ahead of me. I can stay on the, get out of this thick stuff onto here. You've got to watch all the gorse. You've obviously got to keep an eye on the missus.
I'm keeping an eye on the end of my sticks when I'm moving.
Keep going up there, I think. Right, time to turn you off, just in case I end up with some funny bloopers. The sun has gone down and we've just about pinned out. We're on top of this tall, can't even read what's on there at the moment, but you can see we only just made it again. We did a live stream just now. If you didn't miss it, I'll leave a link down if I remember to. The moon is coming up over there, the sun is setting over there, and we're very tired. It's been a long walk today, a big walk. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Doesn't get much more remote than this. This trig point is, I don't know. It's nowhere near anywhere. It's the highest point of this mountain. Almost silent. You can just about hear the city off in the distance. The sun has set over there, so tomorrow morning we should be greeted by the sun, probably over in that direction, I would say. The moon, if you can just about see it there in the night sky. It's what about 2/3 of a moon. Then we've got this trig point here. I can't read there at the moment. There's Ordnance Survey, trigonometry point or something like that. I can't read it. I haven't got my glasses on, but I know it says something about trigonometry point. We set off, you can't even see them really, beyond the town, the lights of the town, beyond the first set of mountains which are dark. Beyond that there's some sort of light grey, just a mist of mountains, and that's where we set off from this morning. We've done a great walk today. I'm really proud of Michelle, really proud of us. Quite amazing, quite amazing. Doesn't get much better than this. We'll come out for a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Got the jammies on.
Just watch the city. Watch the last of the sun vanish over the hill. Watch that amazing moon now that you can see probably quite clearly up there. On the GoPro it looks miles away, but it looks really good. Look, there's some, you won't see those ducks, I think, flying across the horizon. So peaceful.
Road over there.
Where's that?
Those lights just moving.
Oh yeah, just gone. Can barely hear anything though. There is a little bit of industrial noise of a city, isn't there?
Yeah.
In the background.
But not
Listen,
a lot.
listen. See, I'll turn this way so you got the light on my face. You see me. Just from that city. Even the Tor is miles down there. The little hump, there's a little hump that we were on when we did our live stream. The cairn, sorry, the cairn.
It's chilly.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Hit
night.
the camera, Michelle.
Good night, camera. Good night, everybody.
Hit the camera.
Oh, hit the camera.
You would not believe what we're walking in and how far we've come. Only just again in the nick of time. We found a spot. The sun is going down. There's a little trig point there. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the live stream. Will you look at that spot for tonight's camp? Amazing views. Nothing higher than us. Good night, everyone. I gotta be honest, bit of a panic again tonight after the live stream. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for the super chats. Absolutely wonderful. And yeah, we were a bit worried we weren't going to find a spot because
Well, no, we were a bit worried we weren't on the right path.
we had no, there are just no paths, just sort of like animal paths around here. It's crazy what we're up to. But thank you for watching the live stream, and just to let you all know, we got somewhere. Good night. I know it looks quite bright there. It's actually, the sun is down.
Good night.
Excuse me, can you delete that? You didn't ask permission for me to photograph me. Can you delete that?
Why?
Because it's offensive.
Well, you putting your finger up at me is a bit offensive, you moron. Look at this fella coming along here, and he's putting his finger up at me.